Hey guys, my name is Dheeraj. I am 26 years old and I am Indian. Um, I guess my walk started about 10 years back. I was very, really soul searching, questioning um, to myself and to God whether what I'm following really is real or not. And I sort of got to the point where I needed to know, God, is this because of my own volition that I'm Christian, or is it because there really is truth to this? So that sort of is how I got into the path of apologetics. And apologetics, for people who don't know, is sort of a method used to, I guess, determine whether something is real or true or not, and that it asks the critical questions where I feel need to be asked in my own life, that I had to ask within me. So I'm thankful that I had such great role models like Ravi Zacharias or John Lennox and a couple of other people that I really reached out to through whether it's YouTube or whatever it may be, and I was able to get introduced and have a lot of these questions that I had for a while just be resolved and answered. And I'm so thankful that that's how or what got me on my walk. And that was sort of the spark or the plug that allowed me to get to where I am right now today. It was through that and through many other experiences, whether it was trials or tribulations of my own, that got me to where I am right now. And I'm thankful to God that I went through everything that I did. And all these paths, all these roads that God brought me to eventually got me brought to grace. And grace is actually was there because of a friend of mine whose name is Parth, which hopefully you guys will know a little more about. He was a personal trainer of mine, surprisingly enough, and was a Gujarati Hindu. And all of a sudden one day he comes up and he's like, "Dheeraj, you know something different about me?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. I mean, you look a little more cut." A little more brolic today, and you also look a lot more happier for some reason. He's like, "Yeah, I do." And the reason that is because I'm Christian, man. I'm like, "What?" That was my first time in my life that I actually experienced somebody who was not Christian becoming Christian. I was like, "Wait, no, that makes no sense. Like, you're really Christian?" The same person I talked to a Christian about a couple weeks earlier, and I was considered one of those crazy Christian people, is now proclaiming to be Christian himself. I'm like, wow, what is this? And that sort of got my relationship with him closer, and eventually got me brought up to something that he wanted to do, which was a Garba event. A Garba event was, for those who don't know, is an event where a bunch of people, specifically Gujaratis, get together and they dance with sticks and around a circle, sort of representing that they're dancing to their gods. So there's something called a Christian Garba, and Parth wants to do this so we can cater to people who are still, like how I was soul searching, trying to figure out whether their faith was real or not, and reaching out to them specifically through something that he knew he was comfortable in, which was Garba. That's what Grace is really great at doing. So that's how we got connected to someone named Justin. Justin's actually the pastor of Grace, East Queens campus, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it. Why not?" And I was like, "Awesome." So then we got connected with a venue out on Union Turnpike, pretty close by in Queens, where Queens is sort of the mecca of the world, if you think about it, because it is the world's borough. You have so many different people, so many different nationalities, faiths getting brought together and clustered up. And this was the perfect opportunity to reach out to those people, specifically people who are not Christians, to come out to be exposed to Jesus, right? And for many of my community and people who are Christians, they always have events that cater to other Christians. It's really rare to have an event that caters to people who are not Christian. So having this was definitely something that put in my mind, like, wow, this is what churches should be about. So we had the events, and surprisingly enough, when you have events like that, you expect your other Christian friends to come out. But more so in this time, there were more people who were not Christian that came out than there were that were actually Christians. And I was like, wow, this is actually great. They knew it was a Christian Garba event. It was Christian music being played, and they were dancing to music that was worshiping Jesus. It's like, how are they able to come out? And I just realized this is how you get involved with community. This is how you build up the church. And that's what really got me plugged into Grace, because I knew it was like, this is something different than what I'm used to. And Grace is not about sort of quantity, but it's about quality, because that got me started with Grace. But what got me more involved with Grace is because all these times that we were able to get together, it was real, it was purposeful. We had people that broke down in tears and opened up about certain things that they were going through in their lives, and we were able to provide comfort and solution. And there were people that were just opening up about great things that happened there, and we were able to provide joy with them. So I'm so thankful that I'm a part of that. And whether it's me helping to lead a small group or being involved with the DNA, which is something that's so impactful, lives are being changed. And as cliche as it sounds, that's the purpose of what church should be about. It shouldn't be about sort of a drone lifestyle where you're going to church, coming back on one Sunday and repeating in sort of a chore. This was more than a chore. This is somewhere I really wanted to be, and my life was being changed. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that I got involved. I'm so thankful for the people around me that are involved in this church, and I know it will continue. So we are Grace.